Hello guys, my name is Kadiri. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to show you how to add blur in Shotcut Video Editor. So here I am in Shotcut. First of all, I'm going to import an image file. So I have the image file in Shotcut. So let me drag it to the timeline. Expand it a bit. Okay. So I want to add a blur to this image right here. I want to blur as the face of this guy right here in the picture. I'm only going to use 3 different filters for this. So I'm going to select the image on the timeline and then head over to the filters menu and then click on add a filter button. So the first filter I'm going to be adding is mask simple. So I'm going to search for mask and then here I have mask simple shape. I'm going to click on that. Next, I'm going to add blur box. I'm going to search for blur and here I have blur box. Select that, and lastly I'm going to add mask apply. So here I have mask apply. Select it. So these are the 3 features you need, and make sure you add them in the same order I just did. That is mask simple shape first, blur box, and then mask apply. So those are the 3 features you need. So I'm going to create the blur. Select the blur box, and then down here is where you can create the blur by increasing the width and height properties. I'm going to make this 50 and then 50 here too. You can drag this slider or you can just type in the values in here, 50, and that's it. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a blur right here in the middle. But this is not where I want the blur. I want it on the face. So to move this blur to the face of this guy, you're going to head over to, or you're going to select the mask simple shape. Now right here is where you can control the position and the size of the blur. So first we have this operations field. Right here I have overrides, which is the default. Now this applies the blur to a particular section or a part of the image you want to blur. We have maximum, which applies the blur to the entire object. We have minimum, that applies the blur to parts of the image. And we have add, just like maximum, applies the blur to the entire screen. And then subtract applies the blur to everywhere on the screen but a section of it or part of it. So I'm going to go with the default overrides. Down here we have shape. You can control what shape you want the blur to be. I have rectangle, which is the default. I have ellipse, triangle, and then diamond. So I'm going to select ellipse because I'm covering the face of the guy, so I want it to be kind of round. Next is the horizontal property and vertical property. Now this is what you use to control the horizontal axis of the blur. That is, you can use this to move the blur left or right by dragging the slider. I don't know if you can see it, but the blur is actually moving as I'm dragging this right here or as I'm changing the values. Next you have the vertical, which you can use to move the blur up and down or within the vertical axis. So like I said, I want to blur out this guy's face on this picture, so I want to move the blur to the face. So I'm going to first of all use the horizontal axis to position it just right where the face is. Okay, that's it. And then with the vertical, I am going to move it up a bit. So that's it. I think that's fine. So next we have the width and height property. Now this is what you can use to control the width of the blur and the height of the blur. As you can see, this blur is a bit too small. So I'm going to need to increase the height and the width so that it covers the entire face. So I'm going to increase the width first. So I'm going to increase the width first. Okay, I think that's fine. And then increase the height of the blur. Okay, so that's fine. Let me use the horizontal. Let me use the horizontal to move it to the right a bit. Okay, that's fine. The vertical, I'm going to move it up a bit. Yeah, that's okay. We have other properties down here. We have the rotation, which you can use to rotate the blur, and you can use the softness to control how soft you want the blur to be. If you find this video helpful so far, please remember to give it a like and also support this channel by subscribing. Thank you. So that's it. That is basically how to add blur in Shotcut. Now this is just an image file. What if you want to add blur to a video file where the object you want to blur out is moving and it needs to be covered? That can be a little bit tricky because you will have to monitor the movement of the object you want to blur out and then adjust the blur accordingly. So we have this couple right here in this video that are walking down the street, and I want to blur them out of this video. So to do that, I am simply going to add those 3 filters to the video clip. So I'm going to cut this from this. So I'm going to cut the video from this part. I think this is fine. So I'm going to add those 3 filters I used just now on this image, that is mask simple shape, blur box, and mask apply. So I'm going to search for mask simple shape, and then blur box, and then the last one, mask apply. Make sure you add them in the same order if you want to get a good result. So first of all, I'm going to create the blur. Head over to blur box and then make the height 50, and then the width 50 and the height 50. So I have the blur right here in the middle. So let me move to the beginning of the clip. So I'm going to cover the couple right here. So I'm going to head over to mask simple shape and then move the blur just right above the couple and then move it down a bit. I can still see some of their body parts, so I'm going to increase the height of the blur. I think that's fine. So now when I preview this, okay, it has gotten to the point where I cannot see them again. So I'm going to have to cut the video from here. Let's go back a bit. I'm going to cut the video from here and then adjust the blur on this other half of the clip. So I'm going to move there and then, okay, this is it. So I'm going to head over to the mask simple shape again and then adjust these properties. So I'm going to move this blur horizontally and then up a bit. So when I preview this again, they are showing up again. So it is basically just adding the blur. If you notice that they are moving away from the blur, you cut it from that point where you notice they have moved away from the blur and then adjust the blur accordingly. It's that simple. So I notice they are moving away from the blur right now and I'm about to see them again. So I'm going to cut it from here, select this clip where they've moved away from the blur and then adjust the blur using the mask simple shape properties, either horizontally, vertically, or you want to increase the width and height. Just make sure that you adjust the blur properly and you are good to go. So that is it, guys. That is how to add blur in Shotcut. If you like Shotcut and you want to learn more about Shotcut, I have a beginner's video on how to use Shotcut on this channel. You can go check that out. I have the link to the video in the description of this video. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like and also support the channel by subscribing and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I post a new video. Thank you.